Bulls traveling circus.
The Jordan family's life is messier than a toddler's art project. Our boy Marcus was caught on camera in Paris indulging in some, shall we say, powdery extracurricular activities. And no, I'm not talking about powdered donuts if you catch my drift. The photos show Marcus engaging with a white substance, and let's just say it wasn't sugar for his coffee. But here's the kicker. He wasn't alone. Marcus was living it up with his new girlfriend, Ashley Stevenson, and a group of friends. Now, I don't know about you, but if I'm gonna partake in some questionable activities, I'm certainly not doing it where the paparazzi can snap pics. But apparently Marcus didn't get that memo. Speaking of Ashley, can we talk about how she's practically a carbon copy of Marcus's ex, Larsa Pippen? I swear it's like he has a type, and that type is Larsa lookalike, but we'll circle back to that messy situation in a hot minute. Now, as you can imagine, these photos of Marcus's Parisian powder party didn't exactly go over well with the public. People are disappointed, to say the least. I mean, when your dad is Michael Jordan, you know, only one of the greatest athletes of all time, there's a certain expectation to not, well, snort your reputation away in public. And speaking of MJ, word on the street is that he is fuming. Can you blame him? This isn't exactly the kind of headline you want associated with your family name. It's especially ironic given what Michael has said in the past about his experiences with the Chicago Bulls. Back in 2020, MJ spilled some tea about why the Bulls were known as the traveling cocaine circus when he first joined the team. He talked about walking in on his teammates partaking in some nose candy and other substances. But here's the thing. Michael made it clear he wanted no part of that scene. He said, and I quote, "I don't smoke. I don't do lines. I didn't drink at the time. I was looking to get some rest."
So I'm trying to find my teammates. So I start knocking on doors. I get to this one door, and I knock on the door. I walk in, and practically the whole team was in there. And it was like things I've never seen in my life.
So, you can imagine how thrilled he must be to see his son following in the footsteps of those very teammates he tried to avoid. It's like a bad case of history repeating itself, but this time it's hitting way closer to home. Now, let's talk about the reactions, because honey, people have opinions. Some folks are dragging Marcus, saying he's embarrassing his father's legacy. One person even tweeted, "I know Jordan be at home shaking his head when his son name comes up. Imagine messing up your father's legacy like this. Bro should have been next to his pops when he owned majority of the Hornets and helping design some new sneakers. This ninja doing bumps with no 34s around. Ouch!" 34. But not everyone's piling on Marcus. Some people, like comedian Lil Duval, are taking a different approach. Lil Duval tweeted, "Why y'all tripping off Michael Jordan's son doing snow? He's Michael Jordan's son. That's what he's supposed to be doing." Now, I don't know about y'all, but I'm not sure that's the kind of family tradition we should be encouraging. And then there are those who are pointing the finger right back at Michael Jordan. Some folks are suggesting that maybe, just maybe, Marcus learned these habits from dear old dad. Now, I'm not one to spread rumors, but it's worth noting that Michael has consistently denied using any illegal substances himself. But here's the thing. Besties, this isn't Marcus's first rodeo when it comes to stirring up controversy. Oh no, our boy has a history of keeping the tabloids busy. Let's take a stroll down memory lane, shall we? Remember back in the day when Marcus was in college? He sparked an investigation for dropping a cool $35,000 at the Hayes nightclub and Aria Resort and Casino in Las Vegas. And get this, he even tweeted about it. He wrote, "Last night was stupid. 35K at Hayes. Totals 50K something the whole day." Now that's what I call a flex gone wrong. Of course, when the heat came down, Marcus backpedaled faster than his dad on the basketball court. He deleted the tweet and issued an apology, saying he didn't mean it the way it came across. But the damage was done, and MGM Resorts International still launched an investigation, especially since Marcus wasn't even of legal drinking age at the time. Yikes. But wait, there's more. In 2012, our boy Marcus found himself in handcuffs after a little incident in Omaha, Nebraska. Apparently, he was found arguing with two women outside an Embassy Suites hotel. The police report described him as animated, intoxicated, and uncooperative. Not exactly the kind of behavior that makes daddy proud, if you know what I mean. And let's not forget the sneaker drama. When Marcus was playing basketball for the University of Central Florida, he caused quite a stir by wearing Air Jordans instead of the Adidas shoes the team was supposed to wear. This little act of rebellion led to UCF's contract with Adidas being terminated. Talk about expensive taste. Now, we can't talk about Marcus without mentioning his love life, because honey, that's a whole other can of worms. Remember when he was dating Larsa Pippen? Yes, that, Larsa Pippen. The ex-wife of Scottie Pippen, Michael Jordan's former teammate and rival. Talk about keeping it in the family. This relationship had everyone's eyebrows raised so high they practically disappeared into their hairlines. I mean, the age difference alone was enough to get people talking, but add in the fact that Larsa probably knew Marcus when he was just a kid, and it's a recipe for major side-eye. Even Michael Jordan himself wasn't on board with this love connection. When asked about Marcus and Larsa's relationship, MJ's response was a very clear and simple no. Not exactly a ringing endorsement, is it? Sources even reported that the relationship caused some serious tension in the Jordan family. One insider told Page 6, "The history between Michael and Scottie made things complicated. Even if Larsa and Marcus did their best to make it a non-issue, at the end of the day, Michael is Marcus's dad and Scottie is the father of Larsa's children." But the drama doesn't stop there, oh no! Let's talk about the great sneaker scandal of 2021. Marcus found himself in hot water when accusations started flying that he was backdooring sneakers from his Florida store trophy room. What's backdooring, you ask? Well, it's when retailers offer products to resellers before they're available to the general public. The allegations were that Marcus sold thousands of pairs of the Trophy Room X Air Jordan 1 to resellers for about $1,000 a pop before they were even released to the public. This left only a fraction of the shoes available for regular customers. Of course, Marcus denied these claims, calling them cap. That's slang for lies, for those of you who aren't up on the lingo. But the evidence was pretty damning. There were screenshots of messages claiming Marcus had sold these sneakers to resellers, and even photos of vans packed with the coveted kicks. One person even claimed they personally bought 25 pairs from this backdoor deal. Now that's what I call a sneaky business practice. So with all this history of controversy, is it really surprising that Marcus is making headlines again? Some people are wondering if this is all just a cry for attention. I mean, when you grow up in the shadow of one of the most famous athletes in the world, it's gotta be tough to carve out your own identity. But here's where it gets really serious, besties. There are rumors swirling that Michael Jordan is considering cutting Marcus off financially. Now, I don't know about you, but if I had a dad worth billions, the last thing I'd want to do is risk that sweet, sweet inheritance. So what's the deal here? Is Marcus truly struggling with substance abuse issues? Is this all just a misguided attempt to step out of his father's shadow? Or is it possible that growing up with all that privilege and pressure has taken its toll? These are the questions that keep me up at night, y'all. I mean, on one hand, we can't ignore the fact that Marcus has had every opportunity handed to him on a silver platter. But on the other hand, living up to the Jordan name has got to be a heavy burden to bear. At the end of the day, I think we all hope that Marcus can get his act together. Whether that means seeking help for potential substance abuse issues or just making better choices in the public eye, something's gotta give. Because let's be real, with great sneakers comes great responsibility. So what do you think, besties? Is Marcus Jordan just a spoiled rich kid acting out? Or is there more to this story? Should Michael Jordan be taking a tougher stance, or does Marcus need support and understanding? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Remember, folks, whether you're a regular Joe or the son of a basketball legend, what happens in Paris doesn't always stay in Paris. Especially when there are cameras around. Until next time, keep it classy, keep it sassy, and always keep it real. You are watching Hot Gossip. Goodbye.